it is the Scorcher. It's April 3rd. Oh, it's already so hot here in Florida. So, I can't wait to see what it's going to be like in July. I am going to be working outside a lot for the foreseeable future. I have just relaunched a community gardening project known as Community Supported Foodscapes. I started this during the lockdown in 2020, so it's been 5 years ago that I started this. I haven't had a property in the last few years, but the premise is there's a hub property, a central property. I create a permaculture design. Permaculture is an ecological design system that studies nature and mimics it. So we're thinking about food and medicine. How can we grow food and medicine in a way that is most natural and requires the least amount of inputs and effort and energy, so that it takes care of itself, just like a natural forest does. So I'm focused on perennial plants, creating guilds, communities of plants to support one another, doing the work up front and then stepping back and letting nature take over, and then I step in and harvest. You know? And there's a circle that's created so that all of the waste that's given off, the outputs of the design, go back into it and feed it. That's how nature works. Anything different is pollution, and that's what we like to do. So the idea is that, so I mostly do volunteer work in my community, in my life, because I laid it down. And I told God to use my hands and my feet and my heart and my head for His will to be done. And when you do that, and you get out of your own way and you get in God's way, things unfold for you. And you are given the eyes and the ears to know what is meant for you and to move toward that. So this is what I do. I get up every day and I pray, God, let your will be my own. Tell me where to go. Tell me what to do. When I need money, He leads me to situations where I can get money. When it's time for me to do some work for my community, He links me up with the people that need help. We find each other. God brings His people together. So this is what's happened with this property. I met someone at Sauna who has 2 acres, wanting to develop this property, not really knowing how to do that, and lo and behold, here I am with the information and a project that needs a place to happen. So that's divine orchestration. And when you get in the way of your destiny and in God's way, things just unfold. They are there for you, and then you step into them. You don't have to create them, you have to surrender to them. You have to show up and do the work. But you will be told what to do, and then you obey. This is how we create and serve the Most High for the good. So this property, I'm doing the design work, consulting with the landowners, talking to them about their vision, mapping it out, and then we invite the community to come in and help implement the design. So, the property owners get the benefit of not having to pay a crew an hourly wage, and the community members get the benefit of hands-on immersive learning, while also getting the opportunity to make connections, form relationships, strengthen communal bonds. Tied into this, I am going to be promoting the idea of people creating their own currencies. I'm not so naive as to think that a currency that I create is going to replace the dollar or any national currency. That's not the point. The point is to create diversity. Diversity helps with resilience. So diversity, a leverage point. The idea is that we want to pay it forward. So you have a currency, and when you see someone who does something in your community that you want to incentivize, you give them one of your tokens and you say, I like what I just saw, I want to incentivize that, you can redeem this with me for whatever. You know, maybe it's you pay me 50% in cash and then you can redeem this for the other half. Like, I'm going to have a nursery at the hub, at the property, so I'm going to allow people to redeem plants, to get plants with my currency. So we're going to be seeding that idea into the community. You know, this is how we can help to create and bring about the world that we want, through incentivizing positive behaviors. And it causes us to look out for those positive behaviors, which creates a more positive, hopeful mindset, rather than the economy we currently have, which relies on and is fueled by usury and debt, puts us all in a lack mentality, and we're constantly thinking about what we don't have and what we want but we don't have, you know. So it switches the frame of mind to one of moving from victim to empowered creator. So anybody who's sown a seed into this living ministry recently or ever at all, thank you so much, because that is helping to fund this project. I just ordered a really nice big canvas tent because I'm going to be living on the property. That's required because I need to observe the property in all different weather conditions. I need to see exactly where the sun and the shade is, where the water pools when we have a torrential downpour. You know, I need to observe the slopes and the angles and the microclimate. So I need to be there on site. So, you know, I put money towards this really nice tent. It's also going to serve as a space of healing, an art studio, a place for me to make medicine. So thank you. This is all my whole life is a ministry. When you consecrate yourself, when you lay your own life down, that's what life becomes. You're living for God. So this is the latest instantiation of the ministry, is a 2-acre site that is going to be eventually completely self-sustaining. That's the goal, for them to be able to grow all their own food, have chickens, maybe a pond, start generating some of their own energy. And the people who come there to learn hands-on can then take that information and go out and apply it to their own property. And through the relationships and the friendships that they form on site, the people can come together and move to different properties and we can all help each other, you know, and just keep going with that until the whole city is full of food and abundance, just like it's meant to be. This is how we step into freedom and power. Power to the people. Don't look to a politician. Look to your neighbor and treat your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself.